Hello. Okay, there we go. Alright, so I'm gonna try something new tonight and play some of the OG Slay the Spire. It's a game that I spent a lot of time playing. I know the second one's out now, but I haven't got it yet, so I figured I'd just revisit the old one, kind of scratch that itch, and yeah, I think it'll be a lot of fun getting back into it. I haven't played it on this PC, so I'll have to start a new save file, but I think that should be pretty straightforward. So I have to start as the Ironclad here. If you're not sure what this is, it's a like roguelite deck building game. So it's turn-based. You use cards, and it's meant to you're meant to kind of unlock new things, and you're kind of meant to die and have to restart a bunch of times on different runs. Which if you've seen my other gameplays, there are games that I play that you're not meant to do that, and I do it anyways. So this is sort of the roadmap to get to the boss here at the end. And we can choose any of these paths, and we'll have to enter each room depending on the path that we choose. So I think I'll start by just selecting this one here and seeing where we're at. So yeah, you can pause and read this if you need to, because I've played the game before. Pretty familiar with how things work. So defend, and then we'll do 2 strikes here. And we're going to take some damage, that's okay. The Ironclad heals 6 HP at the end of each combat. So we'll take 6 damage, but we'll be able to heal that back no problem. Okay. So I'm going to do just another strike. I'm going to play it pretty safe, although this run will undoubtedly end probably by the time we get to the first boss. But again, that's okay. Let's do this and just kind of play it safe. And my goal for this one is just to unlock some new characters and see how far I can get within my time on this stream. I think it'll be fun. Hope it's fun to watch anyway. And then yeah, we'll just finish him off here. And we'll heal back our 6 HP. And then at the end of each combat, we get to choose some spoils. There are different enemies that drop, or that allow for different drops. But since this is just a like standard enemy, they just drop gold in a card, and sometimes a potion. All right, we're gonna go into this mystery room. We can transform a card, so we'll do that just because all these cards are kind of boring and don't really offer very much. Okay, that's fine. And these early cards and relics and things like that some of them are more useful than others, but let's see, we want to get rid of this guy quickly, so we'll use bash and strike. And we can apply debuffs like this that make our attacks more or less effective, depending on the enemy. We'll do that. And then that. Yeah, I've heard some mixed reviews about the second game. I really want to try it myself just because, again, I played this game so much. But maybe I'll see if it goes on sale at some point and pick it up then. Damage equal to your block. That is helpful depending on what kind of cards we get. Sometimes you can get power cards that give us automatic block at the end of each turn, or like allow our block to carry over into subsequent turns. So we'll see if we're able to get one of those, but just do that. And then do this and yeah, why not? And that's helpful. So is this. Let's do disarm. It's permanent. Permanently removes 2 strength from the enemy, so that's helpful. And then here we'll just do bash and strike. And then we'll do, if we can get this enemy to half of their starting HP, then they'll split into multiple enemies. It doesn't look like that's, yeah, it doesn't necessarily look like it's gonna happen this time. That's okay, we don't really have much of a choice. So we're gonna take a bit of damage here, but nothing we can't bounce back from. And let's do this. I don't think I can't remember if it carries over to the split up slimes. I don't think it does, which is a bummer. A bit of a waste. Yeah, it doesn't. So that was a mistake, but that's okay. And we'll do defend, bash. Thunderclap. And we'll get rid of this guy. We're gonna take quite a bit of damage on this one, but hopefully we get a potion that heals us, or get lucky with a room that heals us or offers us something useful. That's kind of the trick with these games, obviously, is with games based on runs like this, it's kind of a war of attrition. Okay, we're gonna do Inflame. And then this is an elite enemy, so they offer, more valuable drops. So we're gonna take them on. These ones suck, but it's okay. We'll do this, Should have done that first. That was stupid, but oh well. I'm saying oh well a lot in this. I'm sure I already have, so. Okay. We'll do bash and then defend, and we're gonna take 13 damage. But there's not really much we could do about it there. Idea is to get one of these guys out as quick as we can, one of the two on the outside, just because that's the, you know, this guy's easier to defend against, but these two are, they do a lot of damage. Alright, there we go. We'll kill this enemy on the next turn, so I feel pretty okay about that. Again, taking a ton of damage, but shouldn't. Well, and then, yeah, that's tough. Might as well do that. See how far we get. Kind of the name of the game. Let's do not that. Let's do that. And then this. That way we should hopefully, unless we get a bunch of these status cards here, we should be able to take this enemy out on the next turn. Hopefully, anyway. Alright. Yes, we can take this enemy out, so we'll do that. And then just down to the one, so it's not an ideal fight here, but we'll use this, or let's go to discard pile. We do have bash, so let's drink this. We'll bring bash out. It's free. And then should have taken this at the beginning, but that's okay. 19, and then there. That finishes that combat. We get a lot of great spoils here, so extra healing when we use a potion. A pretty metallicize is awesome because it is one of those ones that I mentioned earlier that gives us a automatic block at the end of a turn without having to use any cards or any energy. Let's honestly rest, recover some of that HP, and then see what's in the next room. No, why not? We're gonna take some damage probably, or obtain a curse. That's okay. More healing, I'll take it. Okay. We're making moves. We're gonna disarm this enemy here. We're gonna do thunderclap like that. And we'll block at least that 5. We'll be able to destroy this enemy on the next turn. Hopefully, anyway. If we get an attack that allows us to do so. Like that. We'll do that, and then start whittling away at the jaw worm there. Okay. Gain 2 strength. I always like that. So but how do we want to play this? I think the correct move is to just deal a bunch of damage. It's not going to be a long fight, so gaining the strength off that turn wasn't going to do too much for us. And then strike, strike, yeah, defend, why not? And then we should be able to destroy him on the next turn. Just like that. Regen, that's super helpful, especially in a boss fight that that like tends to drag on a little bit. This gives us, I think it's at 20 HP. Or 15, I think 15. I want to make sure I can get into this shop, so I guess it doesn't really matter which path I take as long as I don't go this way. Let's go here. Oh, perfect. Let's defend. And we'll kill this guy. We want to take this guy out soon because he does a super powerful powerful charged attack. If we don't take care of him. He's going to do that on the next turn, and that might hurt. Let's just gain the metallicize. I know it's kind of a waste, but heals us. Make sure we're not taking any damage this turn. And we're going to get walloped by that guy. So let's do this. And this. And that. And then that will make it not quite so bad. Take 8 damage from him. Which isn't great, but that's okay. We'll do bash and strike, and then next turn we'll be able to take him out. Easy peasy. Just like that. I'm tempted to do this just because I want the relics, but let's rest. Let's go to the store. We'll heal in the store, so I'm just gonna upgrade one of my cards here. Let's see. 10 damage and 3 vulnerables. Helpful. I think let's do body slam. Having 0 energy card is super helpful, especially one like that where I have to spend a bunch of energy to make it actually useful in any way. I like thorns. I like the so yeah, the thorns I do enjoy. We should let's remove the curse that we obtained. And let's grab the bronze scales, I think. let's do that. And we'll go into the question mark. So I'm always, I always want to. I'm always curious. I just want to know what the role is going to be. We'll fight all these rats. Or mushroom rats. What do they call it? Fungi beasts. There we go. Let's inflame. Thunderclap. And then we'll take this guy out. Oh, never mind. No, we won't. We get vulnerable when we kill one, which is not great. Can be really devastating when there's a bunch of enemies like this, but let's see. We'll do... Let's just do that, get rid of that. And then do 8 and 16 and disarm you. Take 19, that's tough, but it's okay. And then we should be able to take this guy out. Yeah, just like this. And then we get a little odd mushroom. Take 25% more damage rather than 50% when we're vulnerable. That's huge. And then armaments I like, because if we upgrade this card, it upgrades every card in my hand for the rest of combat. So we're going to do that. And honestly, I think I'm going to upgrade armaments right now. It's probably stupid, but we've got 2 potions that are going to heal us. This one's going to heal us over a long period of time as well. And honestly, the Guardian is pretty straightforward. Let's do this at the beginning. We're going to gain 2 strength at the start of every turn. We're going to heal every turn as well, so it's not a bad setup. Let's throw a fire potion at him. Heal for that as well. We'll also disarm and thunderclap. Does that get us far enough down? It doesn't. So we'll do a little bit of block. Take a big amount of damage there, but now we'll upgrade all of our cards. I should have used, or no, it's attack or power card, so couldn't have used it there. We're gonna deal 13 damage, and then deal a little bit more damage here too. We'll do this and inflame. Just keep pumping up our strength as much as we can so that we hit super hard when we do hit. And then that. Defend. Make him vulnerable, and then gain a little bit more defense here. We'll take a little bit of damage, but so will he. And let's see. Always gonna do armaments. We'll do a ton of damage, and then he won't be able to attack us, 'cause he's gonna do the mode shift. just gonna do that. Why not? And then we'll end our turn. Just because we can't really afford to be taking too much extra damage here, so. And then we're gonna do that, and we'll body slam. Perfect. He's gonna take a bunch of damage here as well. Alright, that's pretty much gonna do it for the first boss, which is awesome, considering it's our first run. I'm pretty pleased with that. I think we'll heal our full health since we're not on Ascension mode or anything like that, but just to be safe. I like Juggernaut. Feed is also helpful for longer runs, but let's get Juggernaut. I like gaining power cards when I can. Started combat. Shuffle 2 wounds into your draw pile. Yeesh. Can't smith, but you gain energy. You gain energy at the start of your turn, but you can't rest. No, let's just grab that. Might have been a better idea to skip the relic there, but yeah, that's okay. And then let's see here. I think I'd like to. I think I'd actually like to go up this way just to make sure I can hit a shop and some elites, so let's do that. It's gonna be nothing. One of the reasons why I went with with this Mark of Pain here is there are some relics and cards that we can get where if we draw curses, we get some kind of boost, or it hurts the enemy, or we can get rid of them from our deck or our draw pile in other ways. So I feel like it's easier to offset, and we get the extra energy, which is helpful. Alright, we'll take 7. That's okay. Feel like we can afford it right now. And then let's see here. Do bash. That gives them vulnerable. Then we can defend and strike. Yeah, so let's do that. A little strike, a little defend, we'll body slam, and that should do it. Perfect. Pommel strike. Upgrade a card. Yes, please. And let's no. Let's see. I think I'll do Demon Form. I don't know why I like this card so much. Just the idea of it feels like it should be really good. And I don't know if it necessarily is true, but feels that way. $154. Right, let's just grab Hand of Greed here. And be done with that. I'll hit the question mark room. It's another enemy. We'll do armaments and flame barrier, and then we'll do strike, even though it's not really gonna do anything. That's okay. It'll the thorns will do a little bit of damage, which is nice, but it won't take care of any of the plated armor. Review game block, deal 5 damage. I think that'll be pretty helpful. So defend, and then we'll do pommel strike here. End our turn. Probably should have played that a little bit differently, but haven't taken too much damage just yet, so I feel okay about it. Except now we're in a bit of a bind here. We're going to take 10 damage here. And he's going to heal. Let's do Rage. And disarm him. Yeah, disarm him. We'll do Thunderclap. We'll do Defend, and then we'll do Strike. And he's going to take another 6 damage. Now we're in pretty good shape. Let's, again, we'll do Rage. This should be the end of this guy. There we go. Didn't take too much damage, which is great. We'll skip this. There's nothing there that was all that thrilling to me. We'll take Metallicize, because it pairs well with some of our other power cards. And including Juggernaut there. So we'll do Juggernaut. We'll do Defend. And we'll Inflame. And I think honestly do the regen, because I think that we're going to take some damage here. Okay, we'll do Metallicize, because that, again, pairs well with Juggernaut. We will disarm that fool. We will pommel strike this fool. Rage doesn't really matter, but and next turn we should be able to take this guy out. He calls in more minions, I believe. Yeah, Koopa. Sorry, I didn't see you get into the chat there, but yeah, I've had the urge to play, and I don't have the new one yet. So It's just gonna be OG Slay the Spire today. Alright. Youch. Let's do armaments and demon form, I think, just to get that strength increased turn by turn. We'll take out this shield bearing one this turn. Oh, that's annoying. Forgot that doesn't work. I thought I would get the boost to my HP from taking out the minion, but that card only counts kills as main enemies or standard enemies. Oops. Alright. Let's start doing some real damage here. We'll want to make sure this guy's out of the picture or this guy's out of the picture before the next turn. Yeesh. Let's do Flame Barrier. And Thunderclap. And a Defend. I think, well, we'll see how much damage he does to me, but he'll take some damage too. There he goes. Perfect. Just like we drew it up. And then shrug it off, I suppose. Important skill to have in life, I find, especially these days. And let's do Hand of Greed. Make a little bit more money, do a little bit more damage. Why not? Alright, let's see. Do we risk it? I think we risk it. Oh no. Bad face. So this chest is going to be empty. Let's always check the question mark rooms. Oh, these enemies suck. They confuse us and messes up all the energy costs of our cards, which I just find horrible. Sometimes it's super helpful, sometimes it'll make like, you know, that 3 energy cost card there into a 0 or 2 or 1 or whatever, but I just find it really irritating. I'll disarm you, we'll do bash, and then I guess we'll do body slam even though it's not gonna help us. Should have done rage and blocked a little bit more of that damage, but can't win them all. Do 40 damage. Let's see, 12. We'll just do the damage that we can do. Won't get our payday from it, but what can you do? do that. And I'll just do some of the simple stuff here. Navigating an unlit street, you come across several hooded figures in the midst of some dark ritual. As you approach, they turn to you in eerie unison. The tallest among them bears fanged teeth and extends a long, pale hand towards you. Join us, brother, and feel the warmth of the spire. I never really do this, but here's my question. Is it gonna just take away from the 80 here, or is it gonna reduce my current health by 24? That's good. Alright. Trying some new things here in an old game. Find yourself in an old decorated chamber. The skull bursts into flames. I'll just take the money and run. Oh. Or not run. I'll leave. And now we'll have to heal up, I think. Actually, no. No, we won't. Oh, no. Let's see. Supply week. Let's just defend and try to heal some HP here. This one here will heal themselves and this guy, so we'll want to take them out fairly quickly. Let's bash and do whatever damage we can. Gonna take a whole whack of damage here, but it is what it is. That sucks, but we're not going to take any damage here. So whenever we gain block, deal 5 damage to a random enemy. We'll metallicize, that way we're dealing 5 damage at the end of every turn. And we'll deal 13 damage and heal ourselves 2 HP. I know he's just going to get healed, but whatever. Oh, you didn't. Oh yeah, you did. Never mind. Spoke too soon. Okay. Let's say armaments. Rage. We're gonna do a bite. And we're gonna do... Oh, I thought Hand of Greed was gonna take him out, but it won't. Oh well. Take another 6 damage, which isn't great. We'll do... Bite. Thunderclap. Shrug it off so that he takes some damage, and then take some more damage there. And more. Hope this is fun to watch. This is such a fun game to play, I find, so it but I never know if it's interesting enough. I know that, or if my commentary is interesting. So let's see. We'll do, I think we could do enough damage here to end this battle, and we can. Perfect. Sword Boomerang could be a good investment. And let's do the Elite. It's risky and I might die, especially with this guy, but if we disarm, we'll do 2 defense and we'll heal a little bit of HP for free. We'll also apply weak. That'll make him do less damage. And that's okay. 3, 6. So he'll do 1 damage. He'll add a wound to my draw pile, but he'll also take 9 damage. And then we'll do armaments. We'll do flame barrier and inflame. Bump up the strength a little bit. This is a character that really benefits from high strength and high HP. They're kind of meant to be a bit of a tank and like to tank out run's going all right so far. This is the first run. I've never played this game on this PC before, so first run of this on this PC, and so far it's going a lot better than I thought it was going to. Koopa. We're gonna gain 12. We'll gain some block here. We will heal a bunch of HP. And body slam. And he's going to take a bunch of damage here too. No unlocks first first run, so no like good relics or anything like that. No starting relic either. It's definitely fun to be playing this game again. And to be playing it from like again like a fresh start. It's been a very long time. Let's do sword boomerang. It's gonna do I think 45 damage. Oh. And then he'll take quite a bit of damage here too, but we're gonna get some debuffs in our hands, which is fine because this battle is gonna end on this turn. We're gonna gain some gold for that as well, which I love. Perfected Strike is pretty great. So let's take that. I think we'll rest at this bonfire. Let's see if there's anything that we really want to level up here, but I think, yeah. Let's just rest, take the HP, see if we can beat this boss, and see, I wish. Let's hold off on that. Actually, I do want this, so I'm gonna. I think I have to do this, and hope that next time around, Demon Form comes up. But we'll do that for now. Tank out this little bit of damage here. He's gonna take a bunch. And then armaments, disarm him. He's gonna gain strength as the battle goes on, but the earlier we do things and get him whittled down, the better. All right, we'll do rage and metallicize, and then yeah, this guy's a bit annoying, especially on the higher difficulties, Koopa, and I think he taunts you, like he chirps, so that could be annoying for sure. But he's gonna buff himself here, and then he gives me like a ton of debuffs every time he attacks, so that part is annoying as well. Let's see, 12 damage, that's helpful. Let's do that, and then bite, heal ourselves a little bit. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised I've made it this far off the first run, though. I expected shortly after the first boss to be out of commission, but glad that that's not the case, obviously. And maybe this guy takes me out and you know, it all comes screeching to a halt for this run, but I think it should be pretty manageable if we play our cards right here. Literally, I guess. Let's do a bunch of damage this turn with Body Slam. Drink this, gain some dexterity, which is gonna increase the amount of block that we get from each card, so we'll upgrade all the cards in our hand. We'll gain 13 block from this. Apply some weak, so it's not gonna matter anyways, but deal 20 damage there and deal 18 damage here. Bit of a bummer that we had weak for that, but oof. The debuffs suck. Let's just do Flame Barrier and then heal ourselves a little bit and do some damage. Yeah. It's weird, I feel a little bit nostalgic playing this, even though it's like, the game isn't that old, but it's fun getting back into it. Here come the chirps, that's how you know you're doing alright. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that's fair, Koopa. I think these types of games have the tendency to do that, where they can be real like time eaters, you know. All right, so let's drink this, see what we can do here. I mean, might as well. next time he hits with that attack, I think it hits even harder, so this is the point in the fight where you want to do a bunch of damage. Try to take him out as quickly as possible. So that's what I intend to do here. Buff himself, but it doesn't matter. We're gonna take him out and earn more money for doing it. Yeehaw. Look at that. And we'll do double tap, I guess. We'll do this. More energy is always good. Curses are not good, but that's okay. We'll deal with them if we must. I think we're gonna go this route and work our way up towards the shop and the elite there. The way that I play, I typically am trying to fill up the entire screen with relics, basically. I want as many relics as I can get. We'll do Rage, Metallicize. We can do everything, I guess. So we'll Thunderclap. Oh, I was hoping that the block would go on before the Thorns, but we'll do. Let's take out the Exploder. This guy gives us status cards, which are annoying, but the Exploder, as the name suggests, explodes after a certain number of turns, so bit of a priority to deal with them first. Let's take this guy out and get some cash. Whenever you gain block, deal 5 damage, so we'll do that. And then, yeah. Only take 1 damage for that, which is perfectly fine by me. And yeah, Koopa, I think that's the way to play. Get as many relics up here as you can. Obviously there's some negative ones, so that can backfire a little bit, but I think let's see how to play this. Let's just do that. I don't want to take 20 damage of thorns, but yeah, obviously there's some negatives here, so it can have a real negative impact on your run as well. But I think it's the ideal way to play. Load up on that. They're passive for the most part, so they're just constantly going to be helping you. Let's give them a potion. Start your second turn, gain 14 block. Awesome. There's a number of ones like this. There's an Anchor, this Horn Cleat, and then one other one that I can't remember right now that give you block at the start of your first, second, and third turn. So collecting all those is super helpful. I always try to. That's helpful. I think I've got. Do I have a curse? Thought I had one, but I know I removed one earlier, but I thought I'd gain another one. I guess not. Fire breathing. That's huge. We have a. This gives us 2 curses, or 2 status cards at the beginning of each combat, so definitely going to take that. We will rock you, but also we'll take the Juzu bracelet, I guess, because this will make sure that we just run into like chance encounters as well as chests and things like that in the question mark rooms, which I like. And then we'll gain the extra. Yeah, we'll gain the extra healing, I think. You liked that one, Koopa? Alright, we're gonna do this. So we're gonna go for the relic. Slime boss. Alright, we'll do fire breathing. We'll do pommel strike. And then we're just gonna do all the attacks here. Bam, bam, bam. Goop sprayed me. Let's do bite and hand of greed. And we'll body slam him, and then he'll break apart into multiple enemies. That's why I'm not going to use the disarm, because he doesn't pass that on to ones that he breaks off into. I'll do Demon Form. We'll do Shrug It Off, and we'll bite. So it should be a pretty manageable fight here. Help us out a little bit. Give us a new relic, hopefully one that's worth our while. I'll do Metallicize, Rage, Thunderclap, Intimidate, and then Sword Boomerang. Do the Intimidate just because I didn't know how the Sword Boomerang was going to go. But they're both going to split, so. Just got these last couple of guys here to deal with. Do armaments. And then honestly, I guess we can do everything, so why not? And then Perfected Strike, these guys are doing the most damage, so we'll just take out one of them. Take a teeny amount of damage, but then we'll only have this guy and the battle will be done on the next turn. Perfect. And we'll take another Perfected Strike, I guess. That one's upgraded, so that helps. Oh, we're falling. We'll lose dual wield. Yeah, it's the one I use least, so. Alright, we're definitely going to take this path here, unless this first elite whoops us, which he could. Let's see. Fire breathing and Juggernaut. Two non-negotiables. Apply vulnerable. He gets slow, so he the more you attack him during the turn, the more damage he receives on the next attack. And it resets at the end of every turn. And every once in a while, he'll chirp and say something, and it'll be followed up usually by a pretty devastating attack. Let's do, I should do Perfected Strike or heal the HP, why not? Yeah, a little bit more, and there. Stop weakening us. Disarm, because that'll last for the whole fight. Then we'll do Flame Barrier, Boomerang, Bite, and then Body Slam. Alright. Let's just do, these are higher damage, so let's do that first. Perfected Strike, and then Hand of Greed. I think that's the way we maximize the damage there. Alright, so this next one, Moonlight, howdy. Alright, so we'll do Armaments, Demon Form, Metallicize. Best way to do it, I think. And yeah, this guy is a pain, Koopa. This one's gonna hurt. It's gonna do an easy 12 damage to us. And I think it's gonna get worse, so yeah. We'll do Flame, Rage, Shrug it off. Thunderclap, Iron Wave, then defend. Alright, we're doing some damage to him now though. Alright. Armaments is going to be our best friend. It's probably like, I think it's one of the best cards in the game. I think it does so much. I think best bet is to just do Hand of Greed, do as much damage as we can. Again, I'm gonna take a bunch of another 13 damage here, but there's not too much that can be done about that. I have a favorite character to play as, Koopa, but I can't remember like favorite builds. Like I really like the poison build, but like with the I can't remember what the character's called, but the hooded one, I think the Silent or something like that. But because you can get all those shivs that, like, you can basically just fill your hand with shivs, and they cost 0, and it's awesome. Okay. Thought we were gonna be in a bunch of trouble there, but I think we're gonna survive this. Alright. This is gonna hurt, but made it through. We'll do Bite, because it'll heal us a little bit, and we'll heal a little bit more with the Burning Blood. Paper Frog with a PH. Enemies with vulnerable take 75% more damage. That's awesome. I'll take another Armaments, because I was just talking about how much I love that card. We're gonna rest here. and then take on this guy, who's really annoying, because every other turn he gets an intangible, which means that he only takes 1 damage from each attack, no matter what. So it's really irritating. That top coming in handy already. Look at that. So yeah, now he gets the intangible, which means attacking him is a bit of a waste. We'll do armaments and rage and inflame, and we're going to attack him anyways because we'll debuff him for the next turn so we can do more damage. And more debuffs, so take that and that. Ugh. Gross. Let's do that. And then I might as well do that, but it's not going to do anything. Alright, we're going to take 35 damage, which is brutal. And now do that, because that'll allow us to do a bunch of passive damage to him, because he put a bunch of status cards in the draw pile, so I'm going to make sure that we're taking advantage. $31, 10, 20, 30, so there we go. The math wasn't mathing in my head, so I had to think about that one for a second. Alright, treasure chest time. Oh, forgot about that. The healing is helpful. There, cursed key there, giving us curses. Yowza. Just gonna take a look through here and see what we can see. Oops. That's pretty cool, but honestly, maybe this. I think that's a good idea. Gives us more block. It's a 0 cost card, so we're always going to play it. We know that we can't get any combats in here, so let's see. Uh-oh, we're lost. Let's just do that, I guess. I don't like all this HP that we're losing, but we've got potions that we can use that we can heal. Unplayable and innate, that's irritating. Alright, we're gonna take 10 damage here. But we're not gonna die, so. And then here we're gonna maybe take even more damage, but. Or no, we'll be fine. We're alright. Forgot about the cleat. Look at that. Going perfectly to plan. We'll do, doesn't really matter what we do. Or yes it does. Do armaments. We'll do just like we drew it up. I mean, we'll see. I might have spoke too soon. Let's, I mean, might as well just do this. Okay, so yeah, we'll be okay. We'll be laughing. Just like that. Oh, just kidding. That hurt. Let's do... let's just do body slam again, I guess. Probably gonna start skipping card pickups here shortly, but I hate this guy. Changes his intent when he receives damage, so you never really know what you're gonna end up with. Let's heal ourselves and apply some vulnerable to him. We'll do fire breathing, then defend ourselves, bite, and there. Body slam. Oh, that was the wrong play. That's gonna be GG's. But we made it pretty far for our first run here. And look at that, new unlocks. We nailed it. There, that's the one I was talking about, Koopa. So we'll do a run with that character there too. And that'll probably take me to the end of the stream if all goes well. Enemies in our next 3 combats have 1 HP. That sounds good to me. And then, let's see. Which way do we want to go? I think this way. Because if we don't run into any enemies in those question mark rooms, we'll hit the elite with 1 HP and we'll get basically a free relic. And that's like, that's the ideal, but odds are we're gonna hit we'll hit a enemy or a combat in one of these question marks, so we're gonna become cursed and take the relic. Kind of a waste, but yeah, I like playing with this character, Koopa. It's a lot of fun. Just do a free attack. Fingers crossed. Oh, perfect. Lose some HP and gain some gold just in time for the shop, which is great. And we'll start gaining some poison, and we'll get rid of this, which I think is like maybe the worst curse card that you can have, but I'm sure I'm forgetting something like equally as heinous, but yeah. Huge because now we can basically not quite end this in 1 turn, but end it in 2 turns, and then It's essentially a free relic, free gold, free card. It's pretty great. Keep building the poison capabilities here. And then, yeah, we'll do that. Don't really need to rest or anything just yet. Obviously, the difference between this character and the Ironclad, which is the character we just played as, is the Ironclad heals between combats, and obviously this character doesn't have that passive healing. And then, let's see here. Do defend, apply some poison, deal some direct damage. And that should pretty much do it. Perfect. 10 gold. And Blade Dance. When you can start getting the shivs in your hand, you can start doing a lot of damage, especially if you get, there's a relic that each time you deal unblocked damage to an enemy, you add poison. So the shivs are a 0 energy cost card that you can basically, you get 3 of them with that, with Blade Dance here. And each time you deal damage with that, it adds stacks to the poison, which is awesome. So yeah, we can do 4 shivs to our hand there. Can add 2 weak to neutralize, which is helpful. But let's add the 4 shivs. And then hit this elite here. This guy is also, this is I think my least favorite elite Koopa. We're just gonna bide our time for now and just do this because you'll stay asleep for another 2 turns, and we'll start stacking the poison as much as we can. So we'll do deadly poison, we will throw a fire potion, and then we'll do riddle with holes. So he does a bunch of damage, Koopa, and then afterward reduces, or I can't remember if he reduces my defense and my attack, or if he buffs his own, but he basically just gets more and more powerful, does a bunch of damage. It's not great. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It does suck. So he's going to deal a ton of damage here, and hopefully we can take him out this turn, but oh yeah. Oh yeah, we're good. Phew. Nailed it. Also super powerful when you get a bunch of shivs. It's just a bunch of block for each card you play. And Let's do this because it boosts the power of our shivs as well. Okay, group of what look like purple fire spirits. So we have to toss a card into their little fire and they get, I think, angry if we don't give them something good. Let's give them this and see. Alright, they healed us. That's great. I think they literally give you like a poop if you give them something that is like worthless or like a curse card or something like that. We'll do after image. We'll do blade dance. Should I take out this guy? I think maybe. Let's gain the block, just play it safe, and then we'll do this. Probably the dumbest way to do it, but you know. I never claimed to be a smart man. Yeah, we'll take 5. That's fine by me. And then we'll just take out you, you, and then you as well, actually. Perfect. Oh, I don't know about that, Koopa. Some days, I wonder. Okay. Sucker Punch seems like a good idea. Pretty much never in real life, but in this game, definitely. Innate is super helpful for something like this, so we're going to do that. Just means that it is guaranteed to be drawn on the first turn of each combat, so we'll take that. Poison this guy. I do want to do the damage, but let's do this too. Let's see. Dodge and roll, I think is the way to go. Just make sure I gain 4 block at the start of next turn. I can either do 15 damage or 5 poison, which I think 5 poison is the better play, and then I'll do 6 damage. So yeah, I think that was the right way to play the first turn. We'll do Sucker Punch and Blade Dance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 16. So almost blocking everything that he's throwing at us this turn, which is great. But not quite. And usually he burns us as well. We'll neutralize, and then attack and attack. Okay, so neutralize again, Sucker Punch. Playing all of our cards, so doesn't really matter which order in that sense, but also let me know if reading out the cards is annoying. It's just kind of a habit. I read them in my head, so I figured it was helpful to read them out loud, but let me know if that's not the case. we were smart, I'd wait until this comes up, and it did. That's perfect. So we're going to deal 30 damage there. Dodge and roll. Poison's going to keep building. And the other nice thing about the poison, it does when it's new to the run. True. Thanks, Koopa. That's helpful. I appreciate that. So we'll gain some block and then try to deal some damage. But the nice thing about poison is it ignores block. So it's a guaranteed 15 damage at the end of each turn, obviously increasing as we go. But that's what I think makes this character so strong. It's just basically guaranteed damage, which is huge. There goes the first enemy of this run. We'll take Alchemize. Gives us a free potion. Or not quite free, I guess, but more or less a free potion. Each combat that we draw it. I think I'm going to do I usually do the Calling Bell. Gives us one curse that you can't get rid of, but it also gives us 3 relics, which is awesome. Okay, this is awesome. We no longer have our energy reset between turns. Anything that we don't use gets carried over to the next one, which is super helpful. I'm really glad that we got that. We'll go this way. We'll make sure to hit the shop. Hopefully we have some more gold by then. And then we'll try to maximize the amount of elites that we run into before we get to this boss, which is, I can't remember if one's the Time Eater one or if this one is an automaton. But either way, they're a lot tougher than the bosses that we've faced so far, so we'll just make sure that we are properly prepared. We'll poison this guy. He's got the most health out of any of these enemies. They're going to gain strength, which is annoying. Fighting these guys is awesome when you have thorns because they do that and basically just take a ton of damage and knock themselves out of the sky. Let's do this. Probably foolish. Gain 5 regen. I think that's a good idea because I think we're going to take a bunch of damage this combat. I'll attack this guy, and then I'm going to defend. Try to just minimize the amount of damage that we take, but yeah. Should have taken the potion the next turn. That was a little bit silly, but oh well. What can you do? And we'll take a little bit more damage this turn, unfortunately, but now at least we're going to start doing some poison damage to the others, so Oh yeah, and this should pretty much win us the combat here. 3 knocks him out of the sky. He's going to die this turn anyways, and then 1, 2, 3, 5. That knocks him out of the sky. And let's just, I think let's just get rid of this guy. Again, like comboing with this character can be so satisfying. I really I like the playstyle. Gain 5 max HP. We'll drink that right away. And then Piercing Whale, I think. After Image, we fought this guy once already, so we know how annoying he truly can be. Let's do this. Do a little bit of damage to him. Take away some of the plated armor as well. And take no damage ourselves, which is the real victory. Now we'll do poison. And why not? See how... Perfect. Take no damage again. Not just surviving, we're thriving. And Sucker Punch is gonna work nicely. We'll strike, just constantly trying to whittle away the plated armor there, so we can continue to do more and more damage. Want to do that. That's not really gonna help us too much. So let's use Survivor. And we'll just defend. Agreed, Koopa. I think that like poison is just so can be so OP in this. We'll take the free potion, which is literally a like Zelda style save me type of thing. 8 block, and then we're not going to do any real damage here, but that's okay. But yeah, it's definitely my favorite. This is my favorite playstyle with this character here. Defend, Sucker Punch, finally do a little bit of real damage here. But our poison's building as well, so this fight should be over quite soon, thankfully. Yeah, so we'll do a deadly poison, we'll do blade dance, and then probably this might do it. Yeah. So perfect. And then we'll just do another deadly poison. Ugh. Another irritating enemy, but this one is this enemy's kind of perfectly built to withstand the shivs and things like that, because each time you attack it, it gains additional block. But we'll see how much damage we can do here. Not too bad, 15, so. I'm never going to use this, so I just discard it. Give myself some space for another potion. We'll do neutralize. That was a waste. Should have paid attention to that, but that is pretty typical of me. Let's do... Not bad. And we're gonna take a bunch of damage here, but hopefully not gonna make or break us. I'll do more deadly poison. This doesn't matter, but that's okay. And then this turn should hopefully be the end of this fight as well. We get our new potion just in time. Yep. Perfect. Add 3 Shiv plus to your hand. Ooh, 10 block and deal 10 damage is helpful. I like that. I think we're gonna have to forsake this cunning potion, which pains me, but we'll obtain the special relic. It's 3 strength at the start of the combat, but then we lose the 3 strength after, so it's basically just adding a little bit of extra oomph to our to the start of each of our battles. Oh no. These are decent relics, but oh well. Can't really afford much of anything here. And yeah, 3 strength is good when you're doing a bunch of shivs. That is very true, Koopa. Let's grab another after image. Why not? You get 2 of them. You get potentially 2 block for each card you play, which is pretty fantastic. Let's obviously play that first. We'll gain 12 block just because taking 32 damage off the first turn is pretty tough to recover from. We'll take Alchemize, gives us 2 strength. I like that. But let's hold on to it for a second. 22, not too bad. We'll only take a third of the damage, basically. Alright, let's take some strength. After image to get our additional block going, and now we're going to take out I think we'll take out this guy. It's 12, 18, 24. Might not quite get him, but it'll be close. And then Piercing Wail should help us out quite a bit. Awesome. Take a little bit of damage there, but at least this guy will be gone. And then I think we'll work on getting rid of him. He just does a little too much damage for my liking. Yeah, that'll be fine. Take 2 damage to deal 30 or 24 or whatever. I'll take that trade. Alright, let's just do that. That. And that. Might as well just apply the poison. Deal a little bit of extra damage when we can. And then a little bit there. Should be pretty straightforward from here. I don't think there's any way that he's going to be able to do too much damage to us, if any. Apply poison, and that should do it. Deal 3 HP whenever you enter a rest site for every 5 cards in your deck. That's pretty great. We'll do Tear, just because 99 vulnerable. You never have to worry about it again. 50% chance to become cursed. We did. That's the way that goes. And let's see. I think we can... That costing 0 is awesome. And I think I do want to make this one an 8-2. That way we can just gain 2 and start each fight with a ton of block, but free potion, like truly free potion is pretty great. Also great. Take less damage. I'll take that any chance I get. Okay. Let's just do this. I already talked about it a couple times, so. Keep things consistent, or as consistent as I can. Do that. Gain our free potion. Neutralize that. We do want to take this guy out though. He's going to keep gaining strength. So it is important to get rid of these guys quick, because 3 strength at the end of every turn's crazy. Noxious fumes, sure. Poison, and then just gonna do that, and do one of these. Add a random colorless card into your hand. Or 3 random skills into your draw pile. They cost 0 this combat, so let's do that. Okay, let's dash and get this guy here. Should have been paying attention to the pen nib again, but I don't pay attention, obviously. Not enough, anyway. And then next turn we don't have to worry about this guy, so we'll just focus on the Chosen. Even a slower paced game like this, Koopa, I lose track of everything, man. It's awful. I'll take the block. I don't want to take any damage that I don't have to. This always makes me, I don't know if anybody watches Smosh, but this character always makes me think of, there's a character that Shane Top made on Smosh. It just makes me think of that every time. I don't know what I was thinking. Why didn't I do that first? Alright. This ends now. That's pretty helpful. Oh, but I think I like flying knee. Just banking as much energy as we can. Super helpful. Alright, and do our normal 2 times after image. Deal some extra damage, and then he's gonna mess up all of the energy costs of our cards, which is irritating. But that is helpful. Costs 0. And then we'll alchemize because... Oh no. I think I wasted it. Wasn't paying attention. There I go again, Koopa. Then noxious fumes. Strike and another defend. Gonna take some damage here. That's fine by me. We'll tarry on after that. I think let's just do let's do that and terror. I think yeah. Pretty manageable fight. So hopefully we might be able to make it past the second boss here, and then probably whenever I perish in this run, that's probably where I'll end it. Just a heads up, but thanks for sticking it out with me so far. I appreciate it. We'll do Sucker Punch again. Making good progress, yeah. Yeah, again, this is it's such a fun game. Again, I hope it's fun to watch, but it's definitely fun to play. More block, more damage. I might just do that. We're going all in on the poison this run. We'll do weak, or yeah, let's do, oh, hang on. Let's do this first so I can kind of math it out in my head. I do want to use dash. I could use defend, and that would not quite get us where we need to be to not take damage. So let's apply weak. See how 4, 8, 12, 16 damage is what we'll take. Okay, feel better about that. So we'll do the damage to this guy. Take 1 damage, which is fine. And then deal a bunch more there. Oh. We'll get the poison going as well. We'll take some damage there for sure, but that's okay. Shield guy is definitely annoying, but it's not the end of the world. He's not so tough to deal with. Get rid of this guy though, because he is annoying and constantly weakens us, so try to give ourselves every advantage. And we'll alchemize, discard any number of cards that we want. Not super relevant right now, that's okay. And we'll carry forward that extra energy. Again, this ice cream relic is so good. And ice cream in real life. Also so good. And the rest of them are going to run away. Okay, so whenever you obtain a curse, increase your max HP by 6. That is awesome. The weak potion will get rid of the. I get rid of the gambler's brew. I don't really care for it. And then leg sweep. We'll obtain that. And now we'll see how successful we are against the boss. Neutralize. Let's do leg sweep. Alright, automaton. Alright, these guys will steal some of my cards, so helpful to get rid of them. But also we want to make sure that we're still dealing damage to this guy For now, that should be fine. Let's do an extra attack here. Let's do that. It's gonna take noxious fumes, so we'll be able to, should be able to destroy this minion orb here this turn, and we'll be able to take noxious fumes for ourselves. And which one did this take? Terror. That's suboptimal, but that's okay. This guy does like a crazy, like hyper beam attack if we let this go for too long. So we want to take him out as quickly as we can. Let's do that. Apply weak. And oof. We're in pretty good shape right now though. Or I feel like I'm in good shape. Do blade dance. Okay. So now I think we can start doing a ton of damage, but that is going to be a bit of a problem for me. Let's see. Keep building up the poison as much as possible. I'll do this. And then flying knee. So yeah, it's gonna hurt, but we will survive. Keep adding the debuffs as much as we can. Perfect. Let's do that. Since we heal after this, the name of the game for me right now isn't necessarily don't take any damage, it's just minimize the damage, I guess, that we're taking, but we're taking slightly more risks just to do as much as we can on the attack. Because we can finish this battle here with like, you know, 1 or 2 health left and still heal to full health afterwards. Ooh. There's Envenom. I was talking about this one a little bit earlier. I think it's one of the best setups that you can have. Gain energy at the start of your turn. Gives us less card rewards to choose from after combat, but I think that's okay. we've got a pretty solid deck of cards right now, so I don't feel like we're missing out on too much. Let's do Terror. I should have done after images first. After image, after image. Sucker Punch. And Deadly Poison. Take a little bit of damage, but deal a whole bunch. Okay. Neutralize. Use a strike. Noxious Fumes and Leg Sweep. And then this should do it. Dodge and roll, sure. And we're gonna keep pressing on. Let's, ooh, 312 is a lot of gold for a relic. Hope that it is a good one. It's okay. not the best, honestly. Probably not worth it, but we'll lose this Sucker Punch. We've already got a Sucker Punch plus, so that is okay. Fine with missing out on that. We'll hit the mystery room here, and let's see. Let's do. Yeah, that was super steep for a not great relic, Koopa, to be perfectly honest. Let's say we take the speed potion here. Let's also just straight up kill one of these guys. And then defend and strike. Alright, yeah. Let's just do this. Oh, yeah. I'll actually do that. Make the most of the damage that we can do. He's gonna explode, so we don't want that to happen. We'll deal a little bit of damage there. Dang. Not getting any attacks in our hands here. And honestly, I might have to call it after this fight just because got an early morning and I'm fading fast here. So I might call it there. But thanks for sticking it out with me here. Hope you guys have a good night. And yeah, I'll be streaming again on Thursday, so probably more of this, to be honest, because it's been a fun time. But all right, I'll see you guys later.